Today we're going to put away our 1/12 scale figures and open a 1/18 scale. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. We're not going 1/12 scale. We're going to go 1/18 scale. So this is from Scorched Earth Initiatives. It is the Strike Force Alpha, a line of action figures that I think in a way pays homage to your original G.I. Joes. So this is a very unique line. I saw it online. I decided to order just one. I looked. There was one that I wanted that had 4 arms, but he pre-order sold out pretty quick. So I settled for this guy. He is a Wraith, which I believe is like the Cobra of this line. Packaging is quite, I would say, confusing. It's a little bit confusing. I have not looked into this very much, so bear with me, but it is from Scorched Earth Initiative. That is who makes this. So this is Strike Force Alpha, and I'm thinking this is a Wraith. As you can see up here, it says Wraith up at the top. I wish I would have got a good guy, I guess, per se. I'm thinking this is a bad guy, but it looks very good. It's got this pop and swap technology. It comes with all these hands. So it comes with 2 hands on the figure, and it comes with 3 sets of extra hands and extra feet. So it looks like you can turn this guy into a lizard man. So you're getting 2 for 1 in this line. Now, I pre-ordered from Big Bad Toy Store. It took 3 or 4 months, and I finally got mine. Now, looking back, I wish I would have ordered another one, but it is what it is. I still have time. I believe they're still available in Big Bad Toy Store, your Entertainment Earth. But it's not a Mattel. It's not a Hasbro. It's not one of those big, giant corporations. If you go to their website, it'll show you how they make them, when they make them, why they make them. And they make no bones about it. This is what they grew up on. This 1/18 scale figure, like your G.I. Joes and your Star Wars figures. This is what they grew up on. And they just wanted to get a line going that was like that. And from the look of it, they've done a great job. Now, this packaging is unbelievable. It's a packaging that you don't have to tear this blister off and then throw the package away, maybe keep the back. No, this back actually slides out, and you can take your figure out, you can put him back in, and slide that back in there. So that's what we'll do first. We'll take a look at the packaging. It does have a peg hook here and a big window box there that you get to look at. And then you have the card. The backing card has, I believe, what is a Wraith on there. So we're going to get this guy out and see what this is about. But Strike Force Alpha, there is some words on the back, tells a little about it. It's still, it doesn't, I just wish that maybe there was a comic that came with this or something, because I'm just not understanding the world that these action figures live in. So I will read the back. It's kind of has some different language in here that is hard for me to pronounce, but I'll do my best. Wraiths are the unseen ghosts that stalk the earth, the demons that keep men up at night. No one knows a Wraith is there until it's too late. Originally, they brought order following their leader, Yashi Yasatak and his teachings from the Book of Shukai. Eventually, their prosperity and power corrupted them. It was a long time coming, but the rot in the clan spread. The wraiths became assassins that helped evil men rise to power and subjugate the innocent. Things only got worse when a man called the Master took over the group. Back here you see the Master. Assuming that's him right there. So that is the Master Wraith. And I'm guessing that this is just a minion. And he, what I can see, it says a scallion. Under here is a barcode. And it says Strike Force Alpha Infiltrator Wraith. So I'm not sure. I see Infiltrator here. I see Scallion here. I see Wraiths here. So I wish there was a little more explanation on this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm guessing I'm going to open it from the top. One thing I would like to have seen, there's no way to stand this if you wanted to stand it. I wish they would have put a little bubble under here or something to hold that up. As you can see, it's not going to stand, so it's definitely going to have to hang unless you find something to put under your bubble there. So a couple misses here, but like I said, this is a small company and I wish them well. I was excited when I saw this. So we're just going to open these tabs, pull these tabs up, and we're going to take our card backing and we're just going to pull it up. How cool is that? Now we don't have to tear our packaging up. Now, next, we're going to lift this off. So there's that. Of course, we're going to keep all this stuff. And then here, some of them has come unstowed already. This up, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to without the hands falling out. But let's go real slow. There's what we got and our plastic. So pretty neat. Not tied in any way. Nothing is. It don't look like. So we can get right at it. We'll start with our accessories. So yeah, everything will just dump right out. His feet do stay in pretty good. So a little help on the back here. Pop them right out. Everything comes out so easy. The gun is staying in pretty good. Okay, gun out. Up. Almost lost it. Got our gun out, and that's a nice looking gun. So a very good looking gun here. See if I can get a close up of this. I do like that. It's got a lot of detail in it. There's no paint apps. It's all black, but for being that small, it has a lot of detail. Now, the plastic is a lot harder than your G.I. Joe Classified. You have this little handle down there to hold your gun. That does look pretty thin, so I'd be really careful with that, not to snap that off. But man, that looks good. So there's our gun. Now the rest is hands and feet. So here's what I'm assuming is our human hands. So you get a right and left, just like not open, but a come here hand. So pretty cool. And then you come with 2 fists. Yes, 2 fists. And then you have these lizard hands. This lizard creature is a scalin. So he comes with 2 feet, lizard feet. And they do have holes in the bottom, which that's good. And then it comes with 2 gripping hands on the scalin. So I'm hoping he can hold the rifle with his lizard hands. And on the figure itself out of the package, he has 2 human gripping hands. So let's get him out. Here he comes. This is going to remind me of a G.I. Joe, I do believe, old G.I. Joe. So, man, this is nice. This is really nice. Very small. There he is. So he's got his lizard head on, I'm assuming. So if you take the lizard head off, you've got that. So you've got a, looks like a human, so you can pop that back on if you want. It just sits on there. It don't stay on there really good. It will, you turn it over, it will fall off. Would have been nice to be able to pop it in. He has a hole in the back of his back. I don't know if that's just access to get, there's a screw in there, or if they will have accessory packs. Now this is an O-ring figure, so this is like your old G.I. Joes. It's got this O-ring around the waist, and that's what they really wanted to do to get that G.I. Joe feel. This feels really good. I mean, it's a bit, his shoulders are a bit loose, but it is, like I said, it's a small company, but elbows are good and tight. Hips are good. It's really cool. I like it. Is this absolutely blowing me away? No, not absolutely blowing me away, but I'm just excited about a 1/18 scale line that has this much detail in it. I mean, he looks amazing. Now, what the cool thing is, like I said, he's a 2-in-1. So if you turn him around, you can see on the back, he has his lizard face. So I'm assuming he's a wraith like this. You turn his head around, and now he's a Scalon. But we're not complete. We got to swap out his hands. So it's got this pop and swap technology is what they call it. So we pull a hand off, and it comes off. Ooh, did you hear that? Yes, sir. That's that sound we like to hear. I want to hear it. Ooh, it even pops back on. Listen to that. Ooh. Like it. So we can take off the human hand. We'll put on his Scalon hand. Ooh, and that is tight right there. I don't know if we're going to get that on there. That is tight. We may have to heat up this hand because it's not going on there. I'm afraid I'm going to break the arm off or something. Pop that other one off. We'll try the left hand. Yeah, not going on there. So we are going to get some hot water, and I'm going to drop these in there and see if it makes it easier. Alright, I was going to do this offline, but I thought, what the heck, let's do it online. I've never done anything like this with any of my action figures as far as heating them up. They've always just, I'm trying to think if anything didn't attach. There was heads, I think, that I couldn't get on. And you could either use a blow dryer, or I've heard people say hot water. So this is hot water. It's not boiling or anything, but it's just out of the tap, as hot as my water will get. And we're going to try to put these in there and see if that lets us get these Scalon hands on here and feet. Because I really want to see this, and I would like you to see it too, with these lizard hands and feet on him. So I don't know if his head is removable, but really you don't have to. You just, like I showed before, just spin it around, okay? So a little bit disappointing here that I'm having to do this, but I really want to get it done. I guess we can talk about articulation. Okay, the original hands do go on back pretty good. So we will go over, let's go over articulation. Of course, he's going to give you a perfect T-pose. Look at that. T-pose there. All right, head up and down. There is no side to side. Head, of course, goes all the way around, so you can change your character. Lizard on the back, human on the front. Shoulders, look how far back his arms can go. So a lot of movement there, and a will go all the way around. Shoulders all the way around. Elbows, they go both ways. So yeah, 90 forward and a little less than a 90 backwards. So he can bend his elbows backwards. I don't know if that's ideal, but yeah, it sure can. His elbow can go backwards. And then the elbow where it attaches, where you attach your, at the upper arm will rotate all the way around. And where you pop that pop and swap hand on, it will go all the way around. Nothing in the wrist at all, which that's okay. And of course you have that O-ring in there. It's kind of like a thick rubber band, just like your old G.I. Joes used to have. So he does get a lot of waist movement. So we love that. And legs, look at that. Splits for days, and look at that. Straddles. So this is really good. Knees, single jointed, pinned knees. There is no thigh cut on these figures, but the upper boot cut, of course, again, where that pop and swap takes place, those are all the way around. So really good, and no ankle articulation, so he's not going to be able to pirouette, unfortunately. So let's see. We've been in there probably a couple minutes, so let's get one of our hands off, set it on the paper towel to dry off. Take off his human hand, and we're going to try now to pop this on there. Now it's heated up. Oh, it's just not going. See if I can use this paper towel. My hands are slipping on it. A little disappointing here, but bear with me. Let me see if I can get it on. I'm not going to give up. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, I got him on. We'll get the other arm off. And see if this one will go on now. The hand with the paper towel. Give it some back and forth. It's not going on. Oh, man. That peg right there wants to move around on you when you're trying to push it. So you got to try to hold that while you're pushing with the other hand. It's not going on, folks. So this hand is not going to go on. I've heated it up. Maybe not enough. Let's try his feet. Take that left foot off. See how this goes. All right, feet went on way better. Way better. We'll put that back in there. The feet go on pretty good. Please, please work. Come on. Almost got it. Oh, I got it. Woo! First time I've had to heat something up and get it on. But here he is in his lizard form. These are really cool. Even with that hand like that, I'm not sure if I would ever be a completist on this. Here he is with his helmet on. Looks like he's coming from outer space. I could see little kids wanting to play with this. These right here are going to be lost. So looking on here, is there an age? I do not see anything about ages, but I'm going to guess that this is an adult collectible thing. I would definitely be 14 and up on this. It is priced at $24.99 plus shipping. So if you can get a free shipping on this, which I got this from Big Bad Toy Store, and I utilize their pile of loot a lot. It is neat. And I'm very appreciative of a small company doing this. I mean, this could take life savings to get something like this together. And let's check out his gun. Now, this is something that I've seen action figures not be able to do, is hold they come with weapons, and then they can't hold it. And that looks like it's going to be the case here. Scalon form, the Scalon form, lizard form, whatever we want to call it. He's not holding the gun. So that's a bit disappointing. Let's see if his human form, a human hand, can hold the gun. And if you ever had any G.I. Joes when you was a kid, these thumbs used to break off. I remember a lot of mine from putting these guns in their hands. Okay, his human hand can hold the gun, so that's good news. At least we have that. I do worry about the whole arm coming off when I pull this lizard hand off. Let's see what happens. Okay, it popped off pretty nicely. Let's get a human hand back on here. Oh, that went on really good. I really, really, really wish that the elbows didn't move backwards. Yeah, I mean, my elbow can't move backwards. Why can this guy's? This is the tight one. We did get it off. Human hand back on. That went on well. Turn our head around and we're back to our human. Now let's see if he can hold this gun. It looks like he will hold it really well. Yes, so that is good. That's good news. Let's see about... Oh, we didn't put his human feet back on. He's half lizard, half man. And this is going to be our left foot. And he does have peg holes in both human and lizard feet. So he's standing pretty good. So he's got pretty good balance overall, I would say, with being able to stand like that. Kind of looks like an elf or something. And maybe that's what a wraith is. But that lizard face looks really good. I like it. Strike Force Alpha, made by Scorched Earth. I can see people wanting to get in this, especially if your game is 1/18 scale action figures. I can see people really excited about this. Now, what's Super 7 going to do? If Super 7 is going to get the O-Ring G.I. Joe, they're going to make that line, O-Ring G.I. Joe. Now, if this company, Scorched Earth, can make this O-Ring figure and sell it for $24.99 plus tax and shipping, Super 7 better be under it. I almost guarantee they're not going to be. Super 7 will not have this many accessories. They will not be a 2-in-1 character. They may have a backpack and a gun. They're not going to have multiple hands, multiple feet. I almost guarantee it they're not. You're going to get gripping hands out of the package, and everybody's going to have generic gripping hands, just like our G.I. Joes did, and that's fine. But what I want to say is, if this small company, Scorched Earth, can make these Strike Force Alpha figures and sell them for $24.99, Super 7 better take that G.I. Joe O-Ring line and sell them under. They have the means, they have the way better technology and means than this small company. But I'm telling you now, Super 7 is going to sell those 1/18 scale O-Ring G.I. Joe figures, if not $10 more, $15 more. For a figure, I'll bet you. I'll bet you any kind of money. If they're not $30, $35, I would be super surprised. So hopefully somebody from Super 7 might watch my channel and say, that guy's got a point. That guy's got a point. I better not get a Super 7 G.I. Joe. And I know I'm beating a dead horse here. But come on, Super 7. You're selling your 1/12 scale G.I. Joes for double the price of what Hasbro is with their G.I. Joe Classified line. And G.I. Joe Classified line is light years ahead of you. They're double jointed, way better articulation. The joints are so much better. And Will they beat this? Will they beat this? I don't think Super 7 will. I don't know what's going on there, but I would say that this Scorched Earth 1/18th scale will put them to shame. I'm saying it right now. I'm telling you, I just do not have faith in Super 7. Not one bit. I think this Scorched Earth Strike Force Alpha line could be detrimental to Super 7. Because now there's something that they've got to at least be equal to. And I really, really, really have my doubts on it. But I'm challenging you, Super 7. Let's see what you can do, but I bet you can't do better than this. I know I went off on a tangent there a little bit on Super 7, but come on, they got to do better. They're a way bigger company than this Scorched Earth initiative. So, with that being said, until next time, oh yeah.